I'm back. Happy Friday, everybody. I have one more project left, but that's due in 2 weeks, so I'm not going to miss any more sleep. I'm not going to miss doing videos. I'm not going to miss working out. I'm going to be doing all of that once more, so I'm happy to be back. Hopefully you've had an interesting time. If you've seen the news today, definitely been interesting conversation. It was one of those moments where I woke up, saw the news, turned it off, woke up, looked at the news again, made sure it was right, and then I turned it off and then went back to work. And here I am today, this lovely Friday afternoon. What we're going to be going over is basically one thing, the news that happened today. I had many things to talk about, but I'm going to break that up into more videos. Let's say that. I'm going to try to have a shorter videos. That I know that's, if you hear that, you'll probably laugh, but at the same time, that's my goal, right? Just to have not like 50, not 50, but 5 things in one video. I'm gonna try to break it up and just focus on one thing. So today we're gonna focus on Bushiroad English Conference Spring 2022. What was announced today because of that? So as you know, the spring conference I did myself. I actually hosted that, and we did a survey. This survey, which is right here, there was one thing that we were waiting for, and it is on this announcement. So again, what happened during this conference is we found out about PR cards. We found out about Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl. We found out about reprints for Bunny Girl Senpai, and we found out about the 7 Deadly Sins revival of the 10 Commandments. There is this one more thing coming soon. They said mid-May. Well, you know what? It happens. It's June 3rd. Close enough, right? Mid-May, June 3rd. Close enough. So what we did was we did a survey here. The winner of a TCG Player gift card, which would be $15. Again, sponsored by people that use my link. So again, thank you for clicking on the link. I give it all back to you in the form of a TCG Player gift card. What you had to do was guess the announcements. Whoever got the most announcements correct that was coming out to English would have won this gift card. Unfortunately, nobody won. Nobody got it right because the correct answer was Saekano. Saekano is coming out to English. That'll be coming out in October. I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit. So as you know, this is a giveaway video, so I will spin off the winner at the very end of this video. I do not do it at the beginning, just to keep the integrity of it. It's only $15. I am not going to re-record a video or edit this video in any way because that's not really worth my time. I don't have time to sleep, so there's no me rigging a $15 giveaway, just so we're all clear on that. So we're gonna start out here. I know I talked about Saekano and news of the day, but realistically, I need to go over this part because I still get questions about this right now. As of this day, actually last week, someone asked about Kaguya. So we're gonna run through memory lane for people that don't know about this. Magia record came out on April 23rd. All these anime, all these sets that came out have actually two commonalities to it. And first up was Magia record, which also had a trial deck. We have Kaguya Love is War, which also did have a trial deck as well. I didn't bring it up. We have Heaven's Feel Volume 2, Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel Volume 2. We have Sword Art Online Alicization Volume 2. And finally, Fate Grand Order, the movie Divine Realm of the Round Table Camelot. I will say, part of what I did last week was make videos for a demo that I did today. And I'm like, this is easy. I mean, I freaking make YouTube videos. I can make these tutorial demo videos all day. It was amazing. At work, doing this just made it so much easier. So anyways, going back, the commonality here is that they did not have signature cards, right? There were no signature cards. And part of that other commonality is they're all Aniplex shows. What we've been seeing for a while now is we've been missing signatures, and all of them tie back to being part of Aniplex. If you haven't heard, Aniplex made their own game called Build Divide. We're assuming that was the reason why we're not getting signatures. It could be anything. It could be they want too much money for the signatures. It could be they just want to save it for their own game. It could be that Weiss Schwarz knows that you're going to buy this stuff anyways, so screw it. Just go ahead and we're gonna pay less, and we're gonna make you buy the same price cards. So that's where we are. What you're gonna notice on here, why I said that is there is something. Remember during that announcement there was a Bunny Girl Senpai. So I know it's at the bottom. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. The big contention with this one. Will it have signatures? Will it not? It got answered today. The answer is no. Saekano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. That got announced. No signatures. Fucking no signatures. By the way, I've said this before, when I'm really tired, stressed out, or anything, you know that little person in your head that says you probably shouldn't say that or anything like that, don't get too emotional, that gets turned off when I'm really, really tired. So, I may say things that I normally traditionally wouldn't. Again, I don't mean it to be super aggressive, but at the same time, I'm really frustrated at this. Like, I freaking hate the lack of these signatures. And again, what they will say on here, just so you can see this, I'm going to put this up front. You may visit our product page for more information. We seek your understanding in this matter. And I will tell you, I understand. And at the same time, I don't understand. Okay, so we're gonna start there. So real quick, Magia record, first iteration of these non-signatures. So JP on left, on the middle is our one without a serial number. The one on the right is the serial number. What is actually on these cards in place of the handwritten quotes, character names, and voice actor signatures? There will be redesigned quotes and character names. So that's what you're staring at right here. The one all the way to the right is a serial number, really hard to see. You can see that it's a 009 on Felicia there. And the assumption was back then that there was only 10 of each of these serial numbers. We actually did see on TCGPLAYER, I don't know if it was Felicia or Saruna. My memory is foggy at this point, but there was a duplicate serial number on for this set, which, you know, again, that wasn't a good thing. That was pretty bad that they had a duplicate. So this is your first iteration. It was terrible, not that great. And then you have the name like written out like this, not so good. They also had a trial deck. Interesting part about trial decks, there were no serial numbers inside of the trial deck. Didn't make any sense to me. You know, you just strip away the serial, you strip away the signature, and the bonus for the booster box was to put a serial number in there. For whatever reason, you didn't want to put that inside of the trial deck. Maybe because when you think about the print sheets, something like that, this one, you would have had a bunch of sheets, or you could make one sheet. I don't work at a printer place. I know people know the exact number of cards on a sheet, but maybe that's why. Because there was only 2 trial deck non-signature cards, SPs, that it probably didn't make sense to do that, where the booster box you can. Realistically, I don't care. You should have probably pumped out one more for this. It would have been a nice thing to do. Because Magia Record, if you look, wasn't the greatest of sets. Not super strong in the meta, and at the same time, not the greatest of IPs. It's still good IP. I freaking love Magia Record. I love Madoka. But to other people, we all love different anime, and just because I love it doesn't mean you will love it either. Like, yeah, that's not a thing. Okay, so we have Kaguya though. You know, they went to a different direction. They're like, screw it, we're not going to put serial numbers on here. They didn't put serial numbers on here. All you got was this lovely heart, which actually looks really, really nice. And no serial numbers. Didn't happen. But some of these cards actually held up pretty well. Like, if you look at the serious showdown between Genius's Kaguya, I think that's still, I mean, TCGPLAYER 700, 800, but you probably get it for 600. But, you know, when you think about a non-signature card at $600, it's pretty huge. It's a nice looking card. I have that card. My wife pulled it, so on video, that was pretty awesome. And I still love Kaguya. I mean, that's a cool card. Okay, anyways, Fate Stay Night, Volume 2, Heaven's Feel, Volume 2. Same thing, no serial number. They gave us the command seals. Not the greatest looking thing. I haven't looked up the prices on this thing in a really long time. I just didn't care. I honestly just didn't care to look up the set. And then this SEC was pretty pathetic in price. It was really sad. What we have is Sword Art Online Alicization Volume 2 serial numbers are made a return and in good fashion because people are really after this Asuna. You could see it on the second iteration of serial numbers. They made it look a heck of a lot more pretty. So you can see that right here. It looks nice, it looks good, it's in a good spot to actually see. I mean, again, I get it. That Magia record, no matter what I say about it, when you have it in hand and you're reflected in light, that gold probably pops out at you on the picture. Doesn't look good. Anyways, these things did really well because people are looking for Asuna. People are paying high prices for Shinon. So overall, it did really solid. But at this for serial numbers, but when you take a look at the non-serial numbers, what came out was there are so many people serial number hunting that there were so many of these non-serial numbers, no signatures, no serial numbers. There was overabundance of it. That Lifa was like in the 60s, Yu-Gi-Oh was in the 50s. I didn't look recently. I think Alice was in the 90s, something like that. There was just an overabundance of them, and people just didn't want them. I mean, they're slowly being bought up, but that's the problem with what's happening with these serial numbers, right? Like it's just people are going to be hunting them down, and there's going to be extra. Plus side again, if you like base cards, if you like double rares, if you're not looking for shiny non-signature serial, it sounds so bad saying that. Then you got cards really cheap, and they continue to be cheap on Sword Art Online Alicization Volume 2. I did look that up the other day. I was looking to buy some. I don't know why. I wanted to make an Alicization deck, and I figured since it's pretty cheap, I could still do that. With Fate Grand Order, the movie Divine Realm of the Round Table, you are getting serial numbers. Thing to note here is the serial number is in the top right under the triggers, so that moved from where it was under Sword Art Online down here. A different design too. We got a, I guess you would say like diamond shape. You could say square if you want to. But we got that shape right there in the top right underneath the trigger. So it moved. It's nice to see, you know what, they're like, we're not gonna copy it from, we're not gonna copy these numbers from card set to set. We're gonna spice it up, be a little creative. We're gonna put that in the corner. So pretty cool. Finally, our announcement. Our announcement today, two announcements. It was very sad. So out on the front page, you could see two announcements. I'm gonna go back here. So first, we got Bunny Girl Senpai and Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl. I love that movie. I cannot tell you how much I loved it. If you like the show, you haven't seen the movie, movie totally worth it. Movie really hard to find if you're looking for it, but it is out there. Or you could just buy it. And I mean, like, buying it seems pretty difficult too. I don't know why. I feel like it's difficult when I went and looked for it the first time. So first up, we have the movie set. I'm not. I will tell you right away. I'm not really thrilled with the whole SECs, the art on them. As in, you know, just looking at it. Ignore the whole signature thing that I'm talking about here for the last 13 minutes. Well, I just, the art's okay, right? Like if I look at the art down here, right? Nice. I don't know if I would have used these pictures for the SECs, and I get it where the art and all that comes from. I just would really have loved to have different art for SECs. Okay, the thing that we have here is you don't see serial numbers right here on this SEC. I could 100% be missing it, but I do not see serial numbers. Like when we have all of these right here, we're going back. They showed two different versions of the pictures we're gonna get. When they announced this, it says we are getting serial numbers. Not sure why they don't put the serial numbers here. Again, I could be missing it. I could be blind. But the SECs, anyways, do not show actual numbers. I don't see them. When you look at the booster box like not the booster box, the SPs. When you look at the SPs, here are where the actual serial numbers are. You can see it. It almost looks like a division, right? Like it says 01, and then it's not even a full line going across there. I guess they make it look like the snow and dashes, and then a 10. So you can see that a heck of a lot better than you could see it on my. So we have Madoka. You can see it right there. It's really hard to see. I don't really understand it. But yeah, SECs for whatever reason, they don't have the. I'm gonna zoom out. Maybe I'm like completely missing. Nope. They only have the one version on there. And down below. Wait a second. There is no serial number for SEC. There's no, I do. I will tell you again, like I said it before, when I saw this news, it was really confusing. It was disheartening. I was really sad about it, really tired. All right, never mind. Take it back. SECs, there's no serial number. Why? Why? Like, seriously, why? I don't understand this. You're telling me there's there's no serial number. And the best part is you changed the freaking color. Like why do that? Like that doesn't even make any sense. So you change the color, you don't give us a serial number. Over here you give us serial numbers, but you don't change the color. And to me, not my favorite serial number. Like look, right? The design. It was clean, crisp if you could say that for fake Grand Order Camelot. And then Alicization, really, really nice. You're moving forward. I don't like this. I don't know why this is a thing. I'm not a designer by far, like a card designer. I'm not good at that stuff, but I will say you could have did a little bit better than this. So Futaba, oh man, I love Futaba. She's great. Man, I love this movie. Why'd you do this to us? Why? It hurts me. I remember talking about this stuff, and I'm like, I said, if they were ever to reprint Bunny Girl Senpai or come out with a movie, would you really want it without the signatures? Would you really want it without the signatures? And in my head, I'm like, yes, no, yes, no. And after seeing this, after seeing Saekano, the answer is freaking no. I don't want it. Like honestly, I don't. I mean, it's nice to see these cards, but at the same time, now just looking at having two anime that I really love. I like Saekano. I love Bunny Girl Senpai. No, I don't care. Just give me something else. So, SEC, no serial numbers. Why? All right, and then this one you do. It just blows my mind. Anyways, Bunny Girl Senpai reprint. So many things happen with this. We now know that even though it's a reprint, even though they had signatures before, nope, gone. 100% gone. And let's just read. I'm going to read this again. Please be informed that the artwork for SP and SECs for upcoming reprint, Bunny Girl Senpai, will be modified. There will be 2 variations of SP. Okay, so you're telling me now it's only the SP that will change. SEC, no serial numbers. So, and we do not have the 2 versions. Like I don't see the 2 pictures, one with the serial number. Again, I could be missing it. So SEC, so frustrated. Like, look at this thing. This is the same color, unless again, I'm completely. I mean, maybe it's different. They do say guys have a less color distinction in our eyeballs, but maybe this my Sakurajima is a different color. Like maybe this is a darker. There's almost like 2-tone colors here inside of this, and this is just whatever. I don't even know. I mean, this one matches. This one matches the one above, so maybe it's a different color. This whole color thing is just freaking annoying, man. And that's what we're going to talk about shortly with Attack on Titan. And then down below, so we have reprints coming out, and we know that Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Volume 1 got reprinted. What ended up happening was they went from a gold signature to a silver signature to depict, like, let's say, a second printing. That happened with Nazarick, Tomb of the Undead. So that, or Overlord, as we all know it, that went from gold to silver. But then you had freaking Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan got reprinted, and they're leaving the color exactly the same. You're going from gold to gold, and you're staying color to color, right? Because they had different colors. But for whatever reason, like, again, this doesn't make any sense to me. You have this one where it's being reprinted. There's no signatures on it, and you're also changing the SP colors to silver for whatever reason, right? Like you changed it to silver. Like the whole logic to all this doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think anybody is going to make a mistake and be like, okay, which one is the first printing? This one with the signature or this one without the signature? There is no way that's happening. So you went from Attack on Titan not changing colors to this one changing colors and removing the signatures, which I know you said we seek your understanding, and I totally understand that Aniplex, if you didn't see it coming, maybe it caught you off guard, but for the people that were been around that went through Magia Record, Kaguya, Fate, Sword Art Online, Fate, we knew this was coming, that we weren't going to get signatures, but this whole color thing, it doesn't make a ton of sense to any of us, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I just had to put my phone down when I looked at this. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to come back to this later. And now's the later. The Attack on Titan thing makes no sense, like, from what happened with Slime and all that. And now you have this where you're changing the color too. So there's nothing I can think of about, like, why you did that with the SECs. There's nothing that I can reason through that will let me know that that makes any sense. I was like, maybe the color looks different, but I like this blue. This blue on here would be pretty nice, right? But no. So serial numbers on SPs only. SECs change colors. SPs on this one got reprinted. You change the color. I don't know. Like, it's so frustrating. I really love this show. Really love this set, and I don't know. Like, do I really want it? I'm gonna tell you right away, because I got asked already about this earlier today. Am I gonna buy this stuff? Yes. I am 100% gonna buy it. Am I gonna buy the same amount? No, not even close. There is no way I am going to buy as many as I would have, knowing that the reprint is no signature, that the reprint is in some different color, knowing that the set isn't good to play with. I mean, you could play with any set, right? This isn't a meta set. Like, this is not going to be one of those ones where, again, we see Mashoku, like, played 60% of the time. This thing, if it gets played not even remotely close to 60% of the time in a tournament, not gonna happen. Definitely fun characters. You probably have fun playing the set. Again, fun defining as in maybe you don't get beat down all the time. But if I lose constantly playing the set, it's not going to be a fun time. So there we are. We have this. The other thing to keep in mind is there is no reprint of the Mai from the trial deck. So you do not see her here. Do you see that? The one that everybody's paying like crazy amounts for, like, again, I said on the last video, 8 grand. That 8 grand card is not sitting here. It is not here. So reprint wise, if you were in it for that card, don't even bother. It's not there. It's the same as Overlord. That trial deck, Albedo, she not in there. She's not in the booster box. So same thing. The really expensive Mai, not in here. So there you go. Like, if you were looking for it, you can just actually, right before I did this video, I saw a comment. Someone actually said, "Is this Mai in here?" Your answer is no. It is not in here at all. So very, very interesting. They're gonna kill their own sales. I don't know if that means that people are gonna buy less. I would imagine people buy less. Actually, one of the things I want to address is when people wrote this, they were like, "Oh, too bad for the people that pre-ordered this stuff." And I'm like, I said it in a video already. You can see it right here. So this thing comes out October 14th, 2022 for the movie set. You would imagine that the reprint should come out somewhere around there. Who was pre-ordering this? I told you that sellers that are selling this stuff, you need to think again from buying from those people, because there was no release date on this thing. You didn't know what's inside of it. So, and distributors weren't even pre-ordering it that I know of at that point in time. So you're really going to actually hand over your money for 5, 6, 8, 12 months. And what is that store going to do with it? Or what is that seller going to do with it? Like, it blew my mind that people were, I don't know if they meant it they did it from experience, or they just assumed people were pre-ordering this But if there was people actually pre-ordering it, like buying it from a seller, because I did see some sellers actually say pre-order from me, even though I know nothing about this stuff. Like I have no release date for you or what's inside of this thing. I would say again, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't buy from those people because to actually take money with no details, to me is a horrible, horrible sign. And again, they could be the most reputable people in the world. Again, I don't know these people, and I'm not calling out anybody personally, but that's what I say. Like, if you can't tell me when something's coming out, you shouldn't be doing pre-orders. And the people doing that, if you're doing it, good luck if you get scammed because you're not going to be able to charge back for that, right? Nobody should be taking pre-orders for it until, if you want to say today, you can, but I wouldn't. I just would not do that. So Saekano, finally get to Saekano. I love this freaking show. I mean, I was talking about the new one that comes out on JP side, which I did buy, thankfully, because now knowing all of this, now knowing Aniplex is going to, some commonality of Aniplex is not giving us signatures. I'm happy I got this one because, I mean, crap, this looks awesome. I can't wait to get Saekano. It's gonna be really, really nice. Eri, my favorite. So it's gonna be a cool looking set. I didn't obviously look anything up in the last week, so there's a fly. I was smoking. I'm smoking right now actually. A prime chuck roast. It was on sale, $3 a pound. So that I opened the door and immediately a fly flew through the door. So that was great. Anyways, going back to Saekano. Saekano's coming back for us in English. There's only one problem with Saekano. Actually, there's two problems. I'm going to address them. So, three problems now that I scrolled down. No signatures. These cards look nice. I mean, you can see the progression. Look at Eri in this picture. And look at Eri in this picture. No, I mean, not this pervy one. Let's look at that one. Right? Like, it's a nice picture. Oh, Eri. Like, it's some nice progression in the way, and the art style and all of that stuff. I like it. But anyways, you can see here, there is going to be serial numbers. I did not look at the serial number close enough until literally just now. As you can see here, it is up here. Yeah, they really love moving the serial number around, right? And then we got this, let me scroll down. Maybe there's a better. Yo, the serial number moves. They move the serial number every time. Look, you have one in the top, Eri. We got that one there. We got the. It all moves. Wow, they shifted it around. They were like, you know what? We're gonna make this art look super nice. We're gonna put it in positions that make more sense. I don't know. I don't know if it's the best on where they put it, but at the same time, I see them trying. You know what? You tried here. You gave us like this half circle. Not even, well, it's more than half a circle. You gave us this 3/4 circle and you put it there and you put the little line through. It's better. I mean, it's 100% better than what we got here. What we got rocking over here, I think. It looks more artistic for me. Anyways, Saekano coming out. There's a problem. So number one problem, no serial numbers. What is well, and actually there's a trial deck, which looks pretty cool. I'm down for the trial deck. I like how we have Eri sitting out there. So there's a problem. There's only, just so you know, there is only one sign card, which is not a sign card anymore. There's no serial number on our trial deck, so that matches with what they did with Magia record and Kaguya. But the other problem is, and this one's just an overall problem. Did I close that window? I did. So let me go back here. I need to go back to... I need to go back to the JP side. So here's our JP side. And we're going to go products. I want to show you what the other problem is. How... Look at the name on this. Freaking Microsoft Translations. How to Raise Her Ugly. That is terrible. But at the same time, they do what they can. it's automated. What you're going to notice right here is this set came out on the JP side on February 23rd of 2018. There was a second set that came out October 25th, 2019, and finally the newest set that's coming out will be June 10th next week, which I do plan on opening. So I'm just going to open one box on camera. The rest I'm going to throw in a corner or open it for myself whenever, but I'm going to just open one. So as you can see, there's 3 sets. They only announced one set, and the set they announced was really old. It's really old, so will it be useful in the meta? Maybe. But you might want to use number 2. And why I say you might want to use number 2 is because here's the next problem that I have. And this comes from Weiss Tea Time, Japanese ban list. Again, Weiss Tea Time is your place to find out about different things with Weiss. So you have card translations, you have sets, you have tournament results, and you have said Japanese ban list. Do you see something interesting on this ban list? Yes, why right here would be a interesting, well, there we go. I got out zoomed. Do you see this right here? Saekano. So what you're going to notice here, this one comes from set 1 and this one comes from set 2. You can see because it says W71, this is W56. This is a choice between these 3 cards. And you can see there was a restriction on Saekano. It's a really strong set back in its day. And I mean, I know there's more stuff for Japanese that have come out that's pretty strong. I haven't been paying attention to it as much, but same time, you can see this was strong at one time, and you are actually introducing a set that not only are you missing Volume 2, you haven't announced Volume 2, that when it shows up, not to say it's going to get banned or restricted or anything like that, is it was strong enough that it got banned or restricted. And I mean, you're going to have Quince 12 standby, you have Mashoku 8 standby, you have Danmachi with the event that's going to hurt standby. So will Saekano fit in? I don't know, but at the same time, we only got one. So overall, you got a set that's missing pieces. You got a set that was banned at one time. Actually, it's still banned, right? Like, that restriction list is as of... When did this get updated? Japanese ban list effective March 12th, 2022. So that ban is still in effect. It's just you could have picked something else. I'm so frustrated at like all these announcements. I love Saekano, I love Bunny Girl Senpai, but you gave me this. I just can't wait to get the set. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really, really cool. I can't wait for Saekano and JP. And you know, I don't buy a lot of JP. I've said it many, many times that I don't do that. Shoot, look at these cards, man. Look at these cards. So cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's where we are with all of this. Aniplex. So my thing is, here's my thing. I'm gonna wrap this up here soon. My biggest problem with this is Aniplex is not the end-all be-all for anime. Like, they got good anime. I love a lot of their anime. But at the same time, do I need their anime on Weiss Schwarz cards? No, I don't. Because this is my anime list. If I just go top anime, let's just scroll through the list here. I've said before, like, if you scroll through this list, you're gonna see a lot of the same Weiss Schwarz sets being made from these animes, right? Like, you got Steingate here. Oh no, not Spy Family. So you just go scroll through this thing, and you're like, here's Kaguya, here's Clanan, and you can see where, you know what? Maybe instead of printing or getting sets where you can't actually get signature cards, maybe you pick one of these, right? Maybe you find a list somewhere and just go, you know what? I'm gonna make a set out of this where I cannot be tied down to not having signatures. Because I would hope anyways, that when they pick up these sets like Bunny Girl movie or Saekano, that the price on it is lower than what they would have in the past when they had signatures. I would hope so. Because if not, you're really messing up. Like, you have all these anime to choose from. And then, oh, by the way, let me go to spring 2022. What do I see on spring 2022? I see Spy Family. That's there. You have Kaguya right there. Well, Kaguya is Aniplex, so ignore Kaguya. We hate you now. You have Shield Hero, which not my favorite right now. Definitely not my favorite. It's not as good as season one, which is a little bit sad. But you get my point. Here's Spy Family. Who would have wanted Spy Family? Anybody? I know you can't. I can't see you raise your hand, but who wants this one, right? Who wants this one? Anybody want my dress up darling? Oh wait a second. Wait a second. Laid back camp. What do we else do we got here? Anybody wanted any of these? Kaguya, Danmachi, Spy Family. You wanted my dress up darling? Any of those? Instead of fighting for Aniplex ones, why don't we have the real fight on some of these bigger ones? And I know you got Attack on Titan, the final season part, whatever at this point. I know you got some anime, but how about trying to get some of these other ones that'll do well that you could get signatures for? Because I think the big problem here is and Nagataro. I don't know why I can't say that. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagataro. I love that anime, by the way. And if you look, here is this Million Live? Welcome to, yeah, Million Live. Idol Master. You see this? When I saw this card today, I instantly thought of our little cat girl right here, Nagataro. And I really would love her set to come out, right? Like, so again, you can fight for Aniplex and get no signatures, but why not fight for a set that you can get signatures for? That would make more sense to me, because I think the biggest problem here is you forget, and I'm talking about Weiss Schwarz Bushiroad, you forget what made your set so wonderful. I think a lot of people that come into this say, I really love that anime, but they also say, I love your beautiful foily cards with the signatures on them. And if you heard me earlier, I said, I'm not going to buy as many anymore. I'm not. When I could just buy Quince 2, right? I can just buy more of Quince 2. I can buy more of another set. I can buy more Tokyo Revengers. Which, by the way, Tokyo Revengers, whoa, #1 for that season, right? So there was so many things that you can put the money towards, but you don't need Aniplex. Screw Aniplex. Like, if you're going to give me this stuff, where is it? Like, you're going to give me this? You're going to give me this? And you're going to give me this? And you're going to give me this? You know what? Screw it. I don't want it. Like, I wanted whatever this is. Is that like a seal, whale, whatever? I want that. I want that on my card. I don't want this stamp and logo and whatever and this fancy serial number. I could care less. You know, I don't want it. Like, it's sad. It's awful. Thank you for bringing the set over and thinking about all of us who actually love this show. But like, let me go to this. If that Nichijou guy, and I know that's not Aniplex, if I could talk to that guy and I said, hey, we're finally gonna bring Nichijou to English, but you can't have any signatures. We're gonna slap this serial number on here. I really wonder what he's gonna say. Like, the guy that that would always write Nichijou. Like, does that guy say he wants the serial number, or does he want the signature? If that guy says, then that's what I mean. This will keep me on a reality check. If that guy says, screw your serial numbers, all I want is the signature, or don't bring it over. If he says that, then you know what? Then I'm totally based in what I'm saying. If he says, no, I don't care, just bring this over without the signatures, put serial numbers on there, then maybe I'm totally off. But I think most people are gonna say the thing that brought them into Weiss is the beautiful card, the signatures, that it made it special. The serial numbers aren't doing it, right? Like, it's not it. Like, that's not what we're looking for here. And you really need to go back and say, screw Aniplex, you can have it. We're not going to give them money for people that are going to screw us out of signatures, if that's what's actually happening here, okay? So, Nagataro, Cat Girl, I'd love to see it. And with that, that's it. I don't have anything else to say about that. I was just very frustrated. I was happy and frustrated at the same time, because I know I'm going to buy some. I'm not going to buy as many, which is very sad, because I would love to have many more, but not. So anyways, Wheel Time, TCG Player again. Thank you to the people that used my link. if you buy on TCG Player, I have a link in the description. You click it, nothing pops up or says like you're buying underneath me. You just buy something. I get credited back for the sale within like it's like 2 months later. I get credited for it, and then I give it back to you because you know what? It's more fun to do a giveaway than keep $45 or $30 or $15 for myself, right? So again, I appreciate everybody that does that. Very, very kind of you, and good luck. So what happens here? I'm going to explain all of this right now. I'm going to spin this wheel 3 times. I do this every time. I spin it 3 times just to prove to you that this wheel isn't rigged. So the 3rd time is going to be the actual winner of the thing. You have, if you are the winner, you have 1 week. 1 week to write to me. My email address is in the description. You have 1 week to write to me with your YouTube username and the number that you provided during the survey. I told you it was a lucky number. You need to include it. I need to verify you that way. If you do not remember said number, I'm going to make you write something on one of my older videos. Something like a specific phrase, and that way I can confirm you that way too, because obviously you own that YouTube name then, okay? So good luck to everybody. So again, I'm gonna spin 3 times. 3rd time is the winner, and let's just go, okay? Click 1. Oh boy. Goldilocks. I'm sorry, buddy. Your name still stays on, so it's not being removed. Holy crap, that's loud. I'm gonna turn that down. Okay. Close. Your name is still on here, obviously. I'm gonna spin 2nd time, doesn't count. Dude, this wheel literally wants you to win. Okay, this is the 3rd spin. Again, this 3rd spin is the one that counts, so good luck, everybody. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Nam-ka. So, Nam-ka, send me, I was like, for a second, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know you, but Nam-ka, please send me an actual email to my email's down there, YouTube name, lucky number, and we will go from there. So that is it. I'm happy to be back, everybody. I'm glad that hopefully you had an interesting time all the way. Do some fun videos. I really wish I could show you my my barbecue. It's not done yet. This is one of those ones that my smoked meat. This is one of those ones where it's going to take like 8 hours to make. This is what it looked like to before on my smoker. See that? So that's gonna be it's gonna be a slow cook, so 8 hours. So I roughly have another 2 hours to go on it. I'm gonna be a hungry dude, but anyways, so TCG player giveaway. I will have another, obviously, this month, middle of the month sometime. I already looked at what it is. It's going to be 3 winners of $15. So I got $45 this month, and I will give away, it was actually 43, but I'm rounding it up. So I'm going to give away 45 this month. And if you're wondering why it's always 15, I've asked people before if I should do 20 or 15, and people wanted 15 so that more people can win. So that's why it's always 15. I always like breaking it out in increments of 15 at this point, just so that there's more people that have a shot at it. So definitely, again, just check it out. I'm not going to write giveaway. I'm just going to say there's a survey, and that's how you'll do that. This one's going to be interesting because this month what I'm going to do, I don't know if I said this earlier or not. It's been 44 minutes, but I've been watching a lot of when I had time, because I've been working nonstop. So every now and then I'll turn on a Weiss Schwarz YouTube video, and there's definitely some people I haven't watched yet. Like I feel really bad because I definitely want to check out everybody's videos. I haven't yet. There's like what I'll do is I'll focus on one person. So if you make a video, I'll go back, I'll watch that video and watch some of the older videos that you had. And there was a video where I said, maybe it was the last one I did, where I said there's been more videos, but it almost feels like there's less. and I'm not demeaning anybody. My videos are far from perfect. On every one of these surveys, I've asked people to write down comments, whatever you could say anything, any improvements and all that. And people give me a long list, right? Like your videos are too long. I want music. Do more play videos. Open more stuff. Like I get tons of stuff. So there is nowhere in my thing where I'm perfect at all. But at the same time, I've been gone for a week. And even though there's been a bunch of videos, it's like no one's watching those videos, right? Not as much watching those videos, and it's definitely on the decrease lately, right? Like if you go back a couple months, 2 3 months, there was a lot of views on people's videos. But now, if you take a look at the videos, like the ones recently, there's a lot of good people like opening stuff. There's a lot of people with gameplay. There's a lot of people um, talking about decks, cards, and all that stuff, and it's just they're not getting any views. So I think this month this survey is going to be, what would you say to those people? And again, not in an yeah, whatever. It's been 40 some minutes. Not in an asshole way. What would you say for them to improve their videos, or why aren't you watching those videos? Right? There's videos out there, but why aren't you watching them? That's what I want to know. Uh, just more, to spread the feedback around to people, because when you look at the comments, you don't see any comments on there that says do this better or whatever, and maybe that's rude, but I know that it takes a lot of effort to make this stuff, right? Like these videos take a long time to make. Myself, those other people, they put it up, and you know what? Everybody loves when you're putting up a video. You want to hear some feedback. You want to get some of that love. You're just excited about the cards or whatever. So it'd be nice that some of these people get like more views and more subscribers and all that stuff. But that's me. It's just curious to see that more videos but less. And I couldn't articulate that on my last video. There's no way to really say that. There's more videos but less views, less, like you would think of more Weiss Schwarz videos, there'd be more viewing, or at least there's more interest in that, or checking out other people. But you'll see people put up videos and there's like 3 views. That's disheartening to them. So that's why I do my thing where I go one by one. So there's definitely videos, especially of some of the people that I've watched videos of, that I haven't gone back to just because I haven't had the time. Not because I don't like them, it's more just because I haven't had the time to do so. So there's some really good ones out there. Anyways, that's enough rambling. I really want to eat. I smell this cooking and I really want to eat it. But the worst part, if you haven't done it, smoked meats for a really long time, so I'm making this beef. The worst part about it is once I take it out, 2 hours from now, you can't just eat it right away, right? You know about resting steaks. Resting a big piece of beef, like you're looking at half the time that you cooked it. So if I cooked it for, let's say, 8 hours, I need to rest it for, ideally for 4 hours. So that means that puts me clear until like 10 o'clock at night. I got like started it at 11 o'clock. I had meetings today. Like the meeting that I thought I was going to have on Wednesday got moved to today. So um, that's why I thought I was going to do a video this morning, but I didn't. And I'm doing it now because I'm tired and I'm salary and I've worked many weeks all in the last 2 weeks, so of hours wise. But anyways, that's it. Anyways, I hope you all have a fun one. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget, especially with the crazy economy that we have now. Have a good one.